Thanks for tuning in to the Sportsocracy. It's time for another A-plus mock draft by @ESPN Draft Nerd Jeremy Green, and it's time for his New York
Jets, Jets.
well, you're getting Aaron Rodgers. We know that. You're not going to have to give up the number 13 overall pick, as was originally stated when the deal came up.
I'm not sure that this deal doesn't get done in the summer. That's how far down this rabbit hole we've gone. I'll go ahead and tell you, the Jets keep all three of their first and second day picks in this A-plus mock. I am not sure, and look, I know this Jets team pretty damn well. I'm not sure that they're not going to completely call Green Bay's bluff of, okay, he's $60 million if he shows up in your building. Action to you, fuckhead.
So the best possible draft plan is for the Jets to do nothing on the Aaron Rodgers front, get no deal done, and you get to keep all your picks this year.
Yeah, by the way, can we stop talking about San Francisco might be in on him? San Francisco has too many quarterbacks. They sure as hell don't need another one.
Number 13 overall, the Jets will select or could select Broderick Jones, the tackle out of Georgia. Now, is he the best fit for your system at this point, or is he just the last top tackle on the board?
I would say it's pretty close with him and Paris Johnson Jr. Skoronski fits really well if you're planning on playing Dwayne Brown and Mekhi Becton or whatever. If you're not dead set on you have to have a tackle, you're just wanting to add to the line, then Skoronski would fit. But I think Broderick Jones makes a lot of sense. He's really athletic. He fits what Joe Douglas likes. He's the big athletic dancing bear, Mekhi Becton. And hopefully he can stay healthy for more than 15 consecutive seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But it does seem to me like the Jets have locked in on tackle. I didn't necessarily think that was the biggest need because you do have Dwayne Brown coming back. But even with that, this gives you a real safety net. Okay, so let's say Becton is he comes back and he's ready to go, and he slots in on the left side. I still think Broderick Jones would slide in on the right, and Dwayne Brown would be your emergency backup. Mm-hmm. Or you'd cut him outright, or he'd retire, or whatever the case may be. And then you've got Tomlinson and Elijah Vera Tucker back at guard, and then you'll add a guy at center.
That's coming up right now at number 42 overall, second round again. Because of the trade, they'll put it off. Best case scenario, they'll be able to keep both their picks at 42 and 43. So at 42, John Michael Schmitz, center out of Minnesota.
The Rich Cimini, our buddy from ESPN National, had a line, and I'm not going to lie, when he said it, it made my pants fit a little tighter because there was a movement. He said this draft has a very Brick and Nick feel to it, which is when the Jets drafted Nick Mangold and DeBrickashaw Ferguson in the first round and set up the offensive tackle, or the left tackle and the center for many years. And for me, I know they love this guy. You may have to move to get him. Hell, you may have to take him, drop down from 13 and take him in the early 20s. Not so sure that's how this is going to go. John Michael Schmitz, center out of Minnesota. Mm-hmm. He kind of reminds me of Nick Mangold, if I was being really honest. Just a technician of the position. I mean, this is your starter at center for 10 years. And I know the Jets have had him in the building. They met with him at the Combine. Basically, anytime they've been in the same area code, they made sure they got make sure they had a domestic light with him. And I really don't see how he's not going to be a Jet. If he's not a Jet, he's going to be a Giant, and that's just going to piss me all the way off.
At number 43, the very next pick, get the linebacker here from Washington State, Deion Henley.
This is another guy they brought in on a top 30 visit, and I love this kid. He's so mobile. He, to me, is the forgotten linebacker in this class. Because you get Drew Sanders for the guys that just absolutely love pass rushers. Jack Campbell's the do-everything, and Trent Simpson's the hyper-athletic. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Deion Henley gets left out because he's just a little bit below them in all of those things, but he does do all of them. I think he is a perfect fit off ball in this Robert Saleh defense. And with Quan Alexander either playing free agent or even if he comes back, I really don't care. I think him, Mosley, Quincy Williams is a formidable linebacker trio because you got Mosley as the play caller and then you got two just wild men on the outside. He plays so fast. The only thing that makes me a little nervous is sometimes he overthinks and he's a step late. Now, he was at Washington State, so he's playing in the Pac-12 where, they have 268-pound linemen. So it's a little different ball game. I think this kid fits into the NFL perfectly. He also has more personality than practically any player in this draft. Some of his press conferences were wildly amusing. He had one where he said ball like 50 times. Just because it was funny to him that he was saying ball. Then he got into balls, and you see where it went.
Yeah. Did it snowball out of control?
A little bit.
In the fourth round, 112 overall, Luke Schoonmaker, tight end from Michigan.
I can't really tell you why everybody seems to think the Jets need a tight end, but it appears they think the same thing.
Because your tight ends they're not sexy. They don't do anything.
No, but I don't think this is that big a need, but they keep bringing in tight ends. And so this kid falls here. They had him in on a top 30 visit. To me, the athleticism is there. 6'5", 250, ran a 4.63. Broad jump was 10.7. So this could be more of a move piece. I just don't really understand what you're planning on doing. But this is one of the few times that, all right, I'm going to take what you keep telling me, because the definition of insanity is me thinking I'm going to outsmart the GM of the Jets. You've had interest in a lot of these guys, so I struggle to believe that you're not going to take one at some point. And this is one that I know you like.
In the fifth round, 143 overall.
And this is a guy that you met with at a local pro day, and I know that I love him a lot.
Wide receiver from Princeton, Andre Iosivas.
6'3", 205. Hey, you like Christian Watson? Rookie last year for the Green Bay Packers. Andre Iosivas is Christian Watson from Wish. And it's just that he played at a smaller school. This kid's from Hawaii. He's really bright. And he is an absolute monster with the ball in his hands. Now, level of competition, obviously a problem. Tends to be a little upright. You're going to have to work with him on routes and things like that, because he didn't necessarily run all of the route tree. But I'm telling you right now, with the ball in his hand, this kid is electric. And he's got really good feet for a guy that has not been exposed to any more of the route tree than he has.
Mm-hmm. Level of competition is always going to be a question with Ivy League players.
Oh, no doubt. But guess what? They also come in pretty fucking smart.
Indeed. In the sixth round, 207 overall. Let's go with the tackle here. Last pick of the draft for the Jets. Joey Fisher from Shepherd.
It's in West Virginia. This is where Tyson Bagent went. There's another guy they brought in on a top 30 visit. They actually worked him out at center. He has one of the most interesting stories. He was a locksmith for 2 years. And then just went back he's from West Virginia. He just went back to school and said, hey, I want to come play on the football team. So he walked on as a tight end, made it about a week, and he said, this sucks. I want to play offensive line. And then he did.
Mm-hmm.
And he was real good at it. Played tackle at Shepherd. I think he probably has to slide inside at the NFL level, but I'm not positive of that. The size is really good. He's really mobile. He fits everything I think the Jets are going to do. And he's just he's one of those grinder players. He's a little older than you would want him to be. Played at, you talk about level of competition. This dude was playing against locksmiths.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I did?
Yeah.
So you're going to have to be patient with him. Probably spends the entire year on the practice squad. But I can tell you the Jets came away really impressed with him, and I won't be shocked if they use that last pick to lock him down as opposed to trying to sign him as a priority undrafted free agent. Because I don't think he'll make it there.
The Jets did pull off an A+ in their draft last year.
Plus.
We'll see if they can pull off anything similar in this upcoming draft.
I believe in Joe D. If you like these picks, if you don't like these picks, Jet fans are always nice to me because I am one of you, and you are my constituency. If you think you have a better A+ mock draft for the Jets, throw it in the comments. I will answer all of those. We have one more mock draft coming. 7 rounds. Every pick of the 2023 NFL draft that will be out next week. I'll take every class for every team, go about 5 minutes. This is why I did it. These are guys to watch out for, late risers, things like that. And then we'll be live for every pick of the 2023 NFL Draft right here on YouTube.
Take a second, like the video, share it with your friends as well, and don't forget to subscribe to the Sportsocracy so you can join us every time we are here in the Ingles studio, and of course, especially for all 259 picks of the 2023 NFL Draft.
Jets, Jets, Jets.